Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is ASMR Mana, and today I am jumping into the world of Runescape, a game that I have had a 500-day hiatus from until today. So we are playing one of the free-to-play quests, Missing Presumed Death. So I walked to the quest area already, so I'm just going to do some investigating. Something strange is happening. It's as if the monk's soul is trying to escape. You should speak to Brother Samuel nearby. So I'm going to go to Brother Samuel. Here he is. Missing Presumed Death, the fully voice-activated quest. Great.
Adventurer, wait, please. Oh, great Saradomin, please help me.
What's going on?
It all happened so fast. Please protect me, please. Oh no,
Oh, Brother
what if they come
Samuel
back?
is a little bit stressed. You have to try and calm down.
Someone murdered my brothers. They left me alive. Why didn't they take me and not them?
I wonder. It sounds like you're lucky to be alive.
But look at them. They didn't deserve an end like that.
Something's happening to their bodies. It seems like they had a quick death, or it doesn't look like they put up much of a fight. I think I'll go with something's happening to their bodies.
I can hardly look at them. It's as if their souls can't pass on to the afterlife.
How did this happen to them?
It only happened after their murder. I don't think it was the killer that caused it. They just looked so tormented. I keep racking my brains, but it's all a blur. Damn my old age! I can't remember anything of the attacker. Please, I beg of you, help me search for evidence so we can find who killed my brothers and bring them to justice.
You're the only one here. Okay, so I'm going to accept the quest now. If you can see in the left hand side here how many I've done already. It was kind of hard to find one to be able to do together today. I'm quite lucky, really.
Oh, thank you, adventurer.
That it happened to be a spooky one.
I think it would be best to start by searching for clues that point to the killer. You're bound to find something in the surrounding area. You should check the bodies, too.
Okay.
Take my notebook and update it with clues as you find them. I need a moment to collect my thoughts.
Okay, so I've got Samuel's notebook. Let's have a look and investigate. Let's listen to the trap soul. I can investigate his legs, his torso, or his arms, or listen. And so I think I'm going to listen.
Can't remember. Saradomin's light. Release. Please.
Ooh, spooky. Let's have a look at his legs. There are scrapes on his knees as if he was kneeling before being killed. Torso. This monk has been infilled with several small crystals. Oh gosh. Core clue discovered. And his arms are pale as if all the blood has drained from them. Very spooky. Let's look in the box. The chest is filled with the monk's belongings, some dusty tomes, stale bread, and rough brown robes. Why are there belongings in a chest out in the field? Let's have a look. Oh no, I don't want to chop down the tree, not right now. Let's have a look at this guy. What does he have to say?
Bound, shackled, free me, mercy, oh God's mercy.
He's not having a good day either. Investigate legs. His legs are fine. His torso, his heart's been pierced by a sharp blade. Oof. And his arms splattered with blood. They don't seem to be wounded though. Okay. Well, that is a lot different to this guy. This poor guy's been treated rather roughly. Let's have a look. Do I have anything else I can look at? Oh, there's a bat there. Oh. think the bat's gonna have any clues for me though. So, oh, this tree. Okay, there's an arrow stuck in the tree. It has been finely crafted with a sharp crystal tip. So something's going on with these crystals, I think. The poor monk here has been, unfortunately, been hurt by crystals. So let's have a look. Is there anything over in this corner? No. Okay. Let's go talk to him again. So let's ask him about the crystals.
My poor brothers. They didn't deserve this. Oh, why, Saradomin, why?
Is he avoiding the question?
He may not give me answers,
Saradomin
but
won't
his
give
light
you
has
answers,
never led
is
me
it?
astray.
Just try to think, what could the crystals mean?
Oh, I'll try. The elves are well known to possess crystals such as these. They carry them on their person and craft with
Okay.
them. Perhaps they had something to do with all this.
Elves, okay. There's an arrow lodged in the tree over there. It's the work of a skilled fletcher, and the tip is made of sharp crystals.
I can't say I'm much of an expert, but the elf skills in archery and crystal weaponry are fabled. Tales are often told of their mystifying
Okay,
precision.
so we're going for elf. So you're saying the killer was an elf?
I am cautious to lay blame, adventurer, although the killer was certainly armed like an elf. Oh, blast my old failing memory.
It is quite odd that you would forget about the crime scene like this quickly. But then again, maybe he did. Right, let's have a look at this guy. I missed him before, I think.
Was it him? Who?
The masked face.
The
Okay.
masked face trapped me.
Someone with a mask. You found all additional clues at the crime scene. Keep searching for core clues. His legs are pale. His torso is a clean wound to the heart. It looks like the work of a skilled assassin. So we're thinking there's more than one person, maybe? And his arms. His wrists and hands are covered in blood as if he was trying to hold his wounds. Right then. Let's ask him about...
We're making some progress, but something's missing.
I have one clue left to find, okay? I've already looked in the box. I don't know. Am I missing someone? There's a guy there. I spoke to that guy. I think. Check again. Yeah, I did. He's bound and shackled and all that. This lady down here is different, I think. She's outside. Yeah, she is. I don't know. Am I missing something very obvious? Knowing me, most likely. Could chop down a tree. Yes, we know about the arrow. Gonna chop down this tree. You never know. Maybe there's something to the tree. This guy gave us a lot of information, to be fair. Yeah, this poor guy was not treated very well. Well, I don't know. I do not know. What is this? see, this looks like... Oh, how do I move around here? There you go. These. I'm gonna follow these little crystals up and around. And there's obviously some... They seem to stop here. Oh, investigate the tree. Okay. An old knotted tree. Maybe Brother Samuel knows more. There's a ring under this plant. Someone must have dropped it. You found all the clues at this crime scene. You should return to Brother Samuel. Okay. Let's see what Brother Samuel's got to say. I found a weird tree and a ring. Tell me what's up with those. I've thoroughly searched the area. I think I have all the clues now.
Sarah Darwin, bless you, adventurer. Let me take a look at what you found. Strange, most peculiar. It could have been an elf who did this. The ring and arrow seem to be elven craft. I just can't remember. It was all over so quickly.
It must be horrible, but try to focus. Come on, you must remember, or stop feeling sorry for yourself. Don't think stop feeling sorry for yourself is a great way to deal with it. So I'm going to go with the first.
I have seen much in my many years, but I never thought to stare evil in the face as today. Let me think.
Okay, I'll let you think.
My only knowledge of the elves comes from tales and legends I was told as a child. My mother used to read them
And yet,
from time
he
to
knows
time.
all about their different crafts and stuff.
I vaguely remember the tale of their goddess Serin. She was ridden with guilt and shattered herself into thousands of crystals to always be with her followers. But she was supposed to believe the different races could live in peace. Why would an elf want to do
That's a
this
good
to
question,
us?
Brother Samuel. I think it would be best if we try to find more information. Are you sure there weren't any witnesses?
No, I don't think so. Although I did notice a strange man when we passed some stone steps to the west. Very strange indeed. He was carrying a sack of bones and muttering to himself. Perhaps you should find out if he
Do you
saw
think
anything.
that this is now the right time to tell me about a guy carrying a sack of bones? Sounds like a good idea. Alright, over here we go. An old man carrying some bones. Ask about the odd man. Well, I can talk to the sack. Okay. I'm conducting an investigation. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary recently? Mumble, mumble.
Out of the ordinary? No. What exactly are you investigating?
Just a group of monks that was murdered nearby, you know. Nothing serious. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. How would you not have noticed that?
Oh, well. I haven't seen anything. I'm busy with my bones.
He's busy with his bones. The odd old man's shifty expression gives you way to a slight hint of sympathy. Perhaps he can be reasoned with. Persuade him. Please, I could really use your help. If you'll just answer a few questions, then I'll be on my way.
Well,
It's a creepy thing.
all right. It's easy to see the path from up here. I see a lot of people come and go. Hear things, too.
Have you seen any elves?
I might have done, but the elves live far away. Why would you ask?
You see a glimmer of curiosity in the odd old man's eyes that suggest he wants to hear more. Threaten or persuade? Persuade. I'm not a very mean person. I found a lot of evidence at the crime scene that points towards an elf. I just need a little more information, please. Mumble, mumble, mumble.
Yes, all right. I do recall seeing an elf on the path today, heading eastward.
I knew it. This can't be a coincidence. What did you hear?
Huh? Here?
This guy's so
know what you
shifty.
mean.
Look at him. The odd old man looks away from you, trying to conceal his suspicious expression. You need to grab his attention. Threaten him. Don't play dumb with me. You said you hear things. I'll give you 3 seconds before I draw my weapon. 3.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes. It was a terrible commotion. Lots of screaming and shouting. I peered over the rocks here, but it was all over too quickly. There were 3 men lying dead on the floor. I only managed to glimpse a tall, hooded figure making off into the distance to the east.
Thank you very much. Was it the elf you saw earlier?
I didn't get a good look, but they seemed to be much taller and were wearing dark clothes.
That's interesting. Thank you for your help. Oh my gosh.
Oh, shut up.
Interesting. Okay. Back down to Sam, maybe. See what he has to say. I spoke to the old man. You were right, he was strange.
Did he have any useful information?
He saw a very... So I can either tell him about the elf, or I can tell him about the dark hooded figure. I'll tell him about the elf, I think.
Just as we suspected. That elf must have been involved somehow. Did he mention anything else?
I'll tell him everything. Go on.
Oh, I'm not sure if that fits. I must say I haven't met many elves in my time. Was there any more?
He wasn't very cooperative.
A man living up there with only bones for company? He probably doesn't get many visitors. I'm not sure I can draw a conclusion. Perhaps I'm still in shock. Who do you think it was?
Brother Samuel, I think it was you. I do think it was him, but, would I really go, I think you did it to his face? No, I'm gonna go an elf.
I would say the same, but I'm not sure the odd man's description of the killer matches. Besides, I can't see a motive, and it's strange they would discard their precious crystals. Did the odd man mention what direction the figure was heading?
According to him, the killer made off to the east.
If they left crystals behind, maybe you could pick up some sort of trail and figure out where they went.
Good idea, I'll see what I can find.
You should take the same approach as before, note down any clues and try to find a witness.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, see the crystals that lead up this path. Oh, there's more bodies. There wasn't this before.
The figure! Shadows! From nowhere! Sent me! Trapped me! Free me!
Poor lady. Her legs are speckled with dirt and blood. Her torso. The elf was killed by a single wound to the chest, similarly to the Saradominist monks. And Saradomin's symbol is freshly branded to the elf's hands. So the elf dealt with that makes them look like the monks did it, and the monks are dealt with so that it looks like the elves did it. I'm gonna talk to this guy. Investigate your murder. I was wondering if you could answer some questions.
A murder, you say? I don't really have time. I'm busy tending to the beacon, you see.
Blaze rudely dismisses you with disinterest look on his face. Make sure you have his attention. This is much more important than your stupid beacon. Answer my questions or things will get ugly.
All right. I didn't see much, though. What burning questions do you have?
I need to know if you've seen anything out of the ordinary recently.
Seen? Not really. Unless you're referring to my glorious fire I had burning earlier. Now that was
He's in
extraordinary.
the right job. Blaze's eyes light up as an arrogant smirk crosses his face. You seem to be losing his attention again.
My beacon is part of a warning network. It's imperative that
I
I
did
tend
it
to it.
wrong. Right, let's
Please,
throw
leave
him
me-
this time. I've had enough of this. If you don't start talking, I'll make a glorious fire out of you.
Whoa, okay. Right. Earlier, I heard a scream from down the hill. When I peeked out to have a look, I saw an elf lying there. It scared me half
Could have
to
just
death.
mentioned that earlier,
I
couldn't you?
tried to get a look at the killer, but
Blaze goes slightly pale as he overcome with a timid look of fear. It might not be best to scare him anymore. What happened? Any information could help me find the killer and stop them from coming back here.
well, okay. I've never witnessed anything like it in my life. When I looked over to the killer, they vanished. I've seen people teleport, but this was different. Everything went dark as if the sun had disappeared. It was like they created a rift that sucked all
Oh,
light
no.
from the area. I thought it would be too dangerous to go any further, so I hid up here behind my beacon.
Did you get a look at who the attacker was?
No, they were gone so fast I barely saw them.
Okay, thanks. This information will be useful. Take scarf. Oh. The yak is now talking to me. Get a good look around the place though, I suppose. That's good. Thank you. I don't get on to the next location. Well, it wasn't on purpose that I found that, but there we are. Can we go in this place? We can. Into a trapdoor. Oh. I can either go right up the top or down below. Okay. Let's keep going then. Let's go around and see if there's any more unfortunate victims. Could just be these guys. Don't know, I think that might be it. Let's have a look. I'm always like this. I always miss the last clue. Oops. Go. I found an elf like the clue suggested, but she had been murdered. Saradomin symbols had been branded into the palms of her hands.
What? Who in Saradomin's name would do such a thing? You don't think someone was...
Someone was what?
Maybe they were protecting us, avenging Saradomin's loyal
Okay, so
followers.
well, that's a bit harsh. I suppose it's a possibility. Why would they brand the body, though?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking straight. I just don't know why any of this is happening. We don't have enough
I
to
have
draw
2 clues left to find. Stop it. I need to stop chopping down those trees. Trees aren't gonna give me anything. Ooh, a plant. There's a necklace under this plant, someone must have dropped it. Okay, so we found one more. Anything else? Do a bit of snooping. Oh, oh. There's a ripped piece of rough linen cloth caught up on the fence. It seems to be a part of a blue robe. I think I got them all, and that's 2 clues, isn't it? Let's have a look. Ooh, take bones. I'll have some bones. I think I found all the clues this time. I've searched thoroughly. I think I have all the clues.
Okay, let me take a look. The evidence you've found seems to suggest the killing has something to do with Saradomin. How could somebody do this? Could it be other monks? Wizards? There is no feud between Seren and Saradomin that I know of. All this mindless killing just doesn't make any sense to me.
This world can be a cruel place sometimes. We'll get to the bottom of this, or it happens all the time. Get over it. We'll get to the bottom of this. I said.
You're right. If we put our minds to it, I'm sure we can figure this out. Did you manage to find any witnesses?
Blaze. I spoke to the beacon tender, who was nearby when the elf was killed. He was able to see from outside the bell tower at Patadomus.
Really? What did he see? He must have had some useful
He
information.
said the killer vanished into thin air.
Vanished? Perhaps a teleport spell. How are we supposed to find them now?
I'm not sure. Blaze said that when the killer vanished, all light was sucked out of the area. What could that mean?
I haven't heard of anything like that before. It doesn't sound like a normal teleport spell. We seem to have found all the evidence but have no clear explanation.
No.
I'm no expert on magic and I know little of elves or wizards. I think it's time we sought
Agreed,
help,
Samuel,
adventurer.
agreed. Whom do you have in mind?
I have an old friend who also worships Saradomin. We were close when we were younger, but I became a monk and she a wizard. Her name is Valina, and she specializes in crystal magic.
She specializes in crystal magic.
See what she knows about the clues.
She's your friend. She's also a wizard that could have teleport spells. Suspicious. You should go and talk to her. Okay.
You can find her at the entrance to the Wizard's Tower, south of Draenor Village.
Okay. Let us go and find her. Right, where am I at right now? Draenor Village. Let's go there. How are we finding this then? I quite enjoy a little spooky quest now and again. I don't know why I've never done this one. What did he say? South of Draenor Village. Oh, the Wizard's Tower. Is that what he said? Doesn't tell me, but I think it's probably down here. Props. Let's go. Yeah, down here probably. Is this south? This is north, isn't it? I do not know, the map turns with me. What am I looking for? Valina. Is this Valina? No, that's Myrtle. Let's head in and see if we can talk. Oh, there she is.
Welcome to the Wizard's Tower, adventurer.
I was told by Brother Samuel that you might be able to help us.
Oh yes, my dear friend Samuel. It's been years since I saw him. How is he anyway?
Not so great, actually. A group of monks he was travelling with were attacked. He's okay, but we're trying to find the culprit.
Gosh, he isn't hurt, is he? I'll help in any way I can. I'm afraid I can't leave my
That's all
post,
right.
though.
He's a little shaken, but he'll be fine. I just need some information so I can track down the killer. Some of the victims were killed by similar stab wounds. Here, it would be easier if you had a look at my notes. You show Wizard Valina the notes you've made.
Oh, my. What a mess. It seems you found some very strange clues. But I think I can help. I have a lot of experience in some of these fields. I'll help in any way I can.
Thank you very much. Okay, there's a lot to ask, so let's get into it. Let's ask her about the trap souls.
This may surprise you, adventurer, but we have been receiving reports of similar happenings recently.
Okay.
I must say, I've never encountered anything like this before. An ethereal spirit trapped in the physical world.
That doesn't
How
help me,
intriguing.
Valina.
Here at the tower, we research all manner of magic. I'm not aware of something like this ever being documented until now. I would say this is not a magical phenomenon and certainly not related to your killer. What we're dealing with here is on a much larger scale. It would seem something quite
Okay, so
drastic is
that's not
happening.
to do with me right now. That's okay.
Ah, yes. This doesn't sound like regular teleportation. Normally the spell would emit light rather than absorb it. A possible explanation is that the killer opened a rift to escape to a darker realm or dimension. But that would require powerful magic which most wizards have yet to master. It doesn't seem to conform to the other evidence. It all depends how reliable you believe this Blaze Sharp-Eye to be, really.
Then what about the Saradomist wizards?
Some of these clues do appear to indicate the involvement of a Saradominist, potentially a wizard. As you can see, my position allows me to keep track of the comings and goings of many wizards. Anyone entering or leaving must check in with me. No one from this tower has left for a significant amount of time, but admittedly, I cannot account for all Saradominist wizards across Gillinor. Regardless, this kind of behavior is uncharacteristic for a follower of Saradomin. It seems an
so
unlikely
it's not a
conclusion.
wizard.
What on earth are you
Sounds like you're hiding
insinuating?
something I
I am
said.
an esteemed wizard of Saradomin. I hold honesty and integrity in the utmost regard. Now, if you must scrutinize my counter-argument, I will offer a more
Thank you.
scientific hypothesis. Firstly, the weapon of choice. The elf was killed by an accurate stab wound. Wizards are trained in magic, not combat. Secondly, we all wear the same standard of robes. You described the blue fabric at the crime scene as rough linen, whereas our robes are woven from wool and imbued with defensive enchantments, which give the fabric a distinctive shine. If anything, it sounds like the killer was trying to impersonate a wizard.
True, Valina. I reckon it's Samwell. I do.
Well, where do I start? I'm sure you're aware that it is quite uncommon for an elf to venture so far from Tyrannon, but it's not unheard of. I am particularly intrigued by the crystals you found. Being an expert on crystal magics, I have conducted much research on the subject. Firstly, crystals are extremely precious to the elves. For them to be discarded so carelessly is highly irregular, and that's ignoring the assumption that a skilled assassin would leave any clues at all. Secondly, a crystal arrow would be entirely crystalline. I have yet to come across one that is crystal-tipped, as you've described. In summary, the clues you found are quite misleading, so I would advise caution, adventurer.
Goodbye. So, phony robes? Possibly some sort of like visual spook. And one dead elf. Saradomist things. Markings. I think this is my very uninformed guess. Samuel is upset about something, and I want to walk there, but I don't think I can do that. Let me turn the map so I can understand. Samuel is upset about something or wants to cause a stir. Maybe he wants everyone to believe that Velina has done something. Where's the dog? Oh no, it's a rat, never mind. And so he has placed like some crystals and stuff, and which he knows Velina is trained in, and robes, so that we believe that Velina is the reason for the murders, but I don't know. Maybe he's completely innocent, but he is the only one to have been there. What do you think? Write in the comments below before I find out. Where's Samuel gone? Oh, there he is. Okay. I spoke to Wizard Velina and noted down what she told me. I'm gonna show Brother Samuel all I found.
I knew I could count on her. This information changes things somewhat. Elves, monks, wizards, guards. This is all so confusing. What do you think is going on?
Their clues are too convenient. They don't seem to add up. That's what I think. But I'm gonna say that.
I'm sorry. My mind is frail and old. If only I could remember. Who do you think could have committed this atrocity?
You.
Me? How could? I'm offended you would accuse me after I begged for your help. These monks were my friends.
Sorry.
I suppose I can forgive your suspicions, though, adventurer. I may not be as sharp as I used to be, but I'm tough to fool, adventurer. The crime scenes are so similar. It's almost as if the clues were planted.
It does seem odd for an assassin to leave so many clues.
Precisely. And besides, Seren and Saradomin have no quarrel with each other. I think someone might be trying to turn them against each other.
What would someone do that for?
Like I said, I'm not as sharp as I used to be. One thing's for certain, though. Whoever it was wants to give them cause for a fight.
There's plenty here. None of these seem to explain the trapped souls.
I believe I may be able to explain, mortal.
That actually scared me. That's quite spooky. Who said that?
Who said what? I can't hear anything.
Do not be alarmed. I sensed you on the surface world. My arrival is imminent.
Wait. Can you feel that rumbling?
Oh, no.
Greetings, mortal.
Icthlarin.
I am Icthlarin, god of the underworld. Who might you be?
An intrepid adventurer.
If your words bear truth, I may have use of you. I sensed many dead here, but I did not foresee these circumstances. What
Tell you what,
happened?
Icthlarin, I've got no idea. I'm not quite sure.
Indeed, the reason for these mortals passing is not immediately apparent. Pawns in a greater plan, perhaps.
Greater plan?
There has been a most grave turn of events, adventurer. The Reaper of Souls, whom you know as Death, has gone missing.
Okay.
Without his scythe, there is nothing to sever the tie between souls and their physical shells.
Okay, well that makes sense for the Trial of Souls then.
Look about you. The souls are in limbo, shackled to these lifeless husks. I have traveled across all of Gillinor, bearing witness to the same thing. I cannot help them all.
What happened to Death?
A question I myself cannot answer, nor can his helpers, nor the guardians of Gothics. I have not known Death to abandon his duty, not once in thousands of years. There are sinister powers at work here, mortal. I must find him with due haste, before things fall apart completely.
Lauren. Why does this concern you?
Death and I work harmoniously. Our destinies intertwined. Without him, I cannot fulfill my role. I am the guardian of souls. I care not for the process of dying, for that is the concern of the Reaper. I stand my vigil at the gates of Gillinor's underworld. It is a dark place, filled with all manner of
Why have you
devourer
left
beasts.
Denix, Lauren?
Their thirst for souls
You should be
insatiable. It is there that Death delivers the souls he has collected, so I may safely shepherd them to the afterlife. Without him, the souls remain trapped. Without me, they become lost.
Is everyone who dies trapped now?
Only in the
Only
realms
in
of
Gillinor,
Gillinor.
okay.
Other realms are not governed by the same principles of mortality. Death does have fail-safes in place, helpers that are able to use shards from his scythe to release souls. But we are in times of great unrest, and they are unable to keep pace with the flow of souls. So I am assisting by transporting the deceased to them. But I am tired, mortal. There is much that needs my attention. I suspect that the deaths here are more significant than the others I have seen. I must lay eyes upon the clues you have collected, mortal.
This guy's super tired. He's like, ugh. Come on. Another case. Pass it here, I'll clean it up for you.
It is just as I expected. The person you are looking for is a devious Margaret called Sliske. I believe he may also be connected to Death's
This got really
disappearance.
deep real quick, didn't it?
The question is why? Kidnapping Death and attempting to turn gods against each other. Something is amiss.
Agreed. Why is he committing these crimes?
The answer to this as yet eludes me. I fail to see the connection between kidnapping Death and turning gods against each other. What is clear is that he is setting in motion dangerous events, and we cannot let him continue.
It's already in motion. Well, put it out of motion. That's instantly what I thought when he said that. Why is he committing these crimes?
The answer to this as yet eludes me. I fail to see the connection between kidnapping Death and turning gods against each other. What is clear is that he is setting in motion danger.
What is a Majorat?
The Margaret are a race that I brought to Gillinor during the Second Age from the planet Runescape. They are powerful, long-lived,
Why did you bring them here then?
Do not trust them, mortal, as they will stab you in the back when you need them most.
Who is Slisk?
He is a treacherous Majorat who once served me, until his betrayal many years ago. Recently, he slew Guthix, the god of balance. Now no one is sure of his whereabouts, or the
He
power
must be pretty
he
strong.
possesses.
I don't want to fight him.
I would ask for your help, mortal. You have seen the evil at work here, and now you know the truth.
I'm ready to help.
Our highest priority is... Wait. Something is wrong. Prepare yourself, adventurer. I sense the approach of
Okay, here we
undead.
go. I don't know how well I'm gonna do. Oh, there he is. Don't chop the tree right now. I don't know what's going on. I think I have some sort of attack sequence. I don't know, honestly. Ooh, we did it.
Well fought, mortal. I am not accustomed to undead withstanding my power.
We make a good team.
Indeed. You dispatched the weakened wights with skill.
One of them was carrying this box.
A peculiar object. There's some sort of mask affixed to the lid.
I bet you didn't see that coming.
What in the underworld is that?
Don't be so surprised. You must have been expecting something. Or had you not figured it out?
What is your purpose, strange creature?
For starters, I am no creature. I am a projection of my master. But since you asked so kindly, Ixlarin, I am here to deliver you an invitation to a most exclusive event. The grandest to take place for hundreds of years.
Speak clearly, mask. What event? Who is your master?
Why, Siska's grand ascension, of course. Didn't you recognize your old friend? Congratulations on defeating those whites, by the way.
Sleesk's ascension.
In light of recent events, he must believe he has obtained godhood. This mask must be mad to believe I'd ever respond to an invitation sent by that backstabbing snake.
Poor old Ixlarin, so easily frustrated by a talking box. We had a funny feeling you'd react this way, so we took a little something as persuasion. I believe we have something you might be looking for.
Probably.
You would have the audacity to kidnap Death himself? You know nothing of the consequences.
Now, Icky, settle down. All you have to do is
All I
play
wanted
along.
to do was play Inspector, and now I'm like in this big, you know, fight against the
You
gods.
dare invoke the wrath of a god?
Much has changed. You've been away ever so long. Always one step behind. If you want to save Death and your precious souls, simply open this box. It will teleport you to the Empyrean Citadel. It's quite spectacular, actually.
And what if I was to open it?
Anyone near the box will be teleported all the same, but only those who have been invited can enter the Citadel.
Do not include me in your deceptions, traitor. Release Death
I don't think he's gonna.
immediately. Cease.
Okay. I think we're done. So, we figured out the monk's problems, I think. I think it was Sleesk that did that. To persuade Ixlarin, or like tempt him to come here. So this has been running for a little bit of longer than I expected. I hope you've enjoyed. If you'd like to see me go to the Citadel that we've been talking about, make sure to like and let me know, and I will do another one and we can finish off this very long storyline. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, and I shall see you in whatever video of mine you watch next. Okay,